Live. So hey everyone, if you've
Everyone.
just joined us, thanks ever so much. Madalyn, thank you so much for joining us on the Facebook Live. We're thrilled to have you here, and we can't wait to learn certainly all about Twitter. And obviously, tons of questions have already been rolling in the comments already. And Aaron, a big thank you to Aaron, obviously in our education team, obviously like quarterbacking those as well. But yeah, thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, no, fantastic. Yeah, sorry guys, let me just double check if we are good on YouTube. I know that it looks like Facebook might be good. I'm just making sure that we are good on YouTube as well. Yeah, Facebook, we're live on Facebook. And so, yeah, why don't you guys, before we kind of get into it, Madalyn, thank you so much for joining us live. Really excited for this one. We've got a lot of questions, like Patty said, in the community. So maybe why don't you just take a few moments and introduce yourself, sort of who you are, what you do, and how you ended up, being this expert that everyone turns to when it comes to Twitter.
Sure thing. Well, thanks for having me, guys. I really appreciate it. I've been a Thinkific user for years and love the service you provide. Gosh, I've been doing social media as a business for the last 14 years. Been doing this a long time now. Love helping people better utilize social media to help them grow their business. I fell in love with Twitter when it first came out because I really saw the power of how we could use this with just 140 characters, which, for some people is quite a challenge. For me, I love it. I love the short format, and even at 280 characters, it's a great platform for connecting and building relationships. So I've been using it for a long time, and I got known as a top expert by being a power user. I mean, I'm on there all the time. I'm always on there connecting with people, sharing lots and lots of information, giving value, being a giver, being a connector. I also have a podcast called Twitter Smarter. It's the hashtag Twitter Smarter. It's not just for Twitter chats, even though I do have a Twitter chat, but I use the hashtag. I branded the Twitter Smarter hashtag about 5 years ago, and I first used it for an online training course. I call it my Twitter Smarter Masterclass. And I'm actually teaching it right now through the Thinkific platform. It's a 4-week program. So I just started teaching the 4-week course this week. I also have a Twitter Smarter podcast and a Twitter Smarter Twitter chat. So by utilizing Twitter with branding this hashtag, being very present on the platform, it's really gotten my name out there. And I speak at a lot of big conferences now about Twitter. So that's kind of my history with that. I've been doing digital marketing for the past 22 years. So I have a long history of using the internet to help businesses grow their business even further.
Wow. I mean, yeah, I remember, I think when I first started was at 2016, I remember speaking, I think you were one of the very first Thinkific users that I spoke with very long time ago. But yeah, I think you've been with us for 4 or 5 years, I think.
A while. I've been with you guys a while. I love the platform. You guys provide a great service. It is so easy to use, and also easy for my students. And that's really important. You want your students to have a great experience, and you want them to be able to easily go through the courses you put out. And so it's been a great platform for me. I just love it. I'm always telling everybody about it all the time.
So, awesome. It's obviously amazing to have it. I'm gonna let Rob. I know you're keen to ask the burning question now, so I'll let you jump right into that, mate, and I'll push out from it.
No, sure, no. Well, you know what? We have a ton of questions from the Facebook group, but I think maybe let's just kind of start with the state of Twitter these days. It's sort of one of those things, with Facebook and Instagram getting a lot of attention when it comes to like, where should I promote my products and services on social media. Those two really kind of jump out for most people. So maybe Madalyn, just share, sort of where you see Twitter kind of sitting in, that ecosphere of social media. What can Twitter be really used for the best?
Yeah, well, Twitter is a great platform. And I saw some of the comments and questions that people posted earlier on the Thinkific site. And I saw that several people said that they're not using Twitter or they have not gotten value out of it. And I just want to say that Twitter is still just as great and just as powerful today as it was years ago. I know there's been some ups and downs and people, having negative experiences with it or feeling like it's going to go under or get bought out and who knows what's going to happen to it. And it's still trotting along and it's doing well. And my thing I would always tell people is it does not need to be Facebook. It does not need to have as many people on there. It's not going to be Facebook. It is its own thing. And it has lots of active users. So there are people there, people that you want to do business with, people that you want to have sign up for your courses. They're on there. They're using it. It's just, how can you get on there and find them and have conversations with them and attract them over to you and attract them over to your course? So it's just knowing some strategies that will help make Twitter a great experience for you. And so that's the thing that I'm always trying to do with my podcast, with my Twitter chat, with my courses. I do have a lead magnet, a free training through Thinkific. I call it my Twitter secret sauce. And it's just some really simple strategies that work really well. You can go through the whole thing on my Thinkific page in like half an hour. Like it's super quick with some videos, some articles, very easy to go through. So if you go to madalynsklar.com/secret sauce, you can get to it. I think for those of you that feel like Twitter is just not working out for you, or you want to learn some new strategies, you might find this helpful. Some of the things I talk about in there is utilizing these features that are available on Twitter, like lists. Twitter lists are a great way to organize your feed. And so when people are telling me that they're not having a great experience, when I show them how to use Twitter lists and where they can really like customize what they see on Twitter, that changes the whole thing, because it's so easy to get on Twitter and go, this is noisy. There's just too many people. There's too much clutter. I just can't go through all this and really find the right people to talk to. But when you go in and really hone in on really specific groups and put them into a list, it just changes everything. I also talk about Twitter chats. I'm a huge fan of Twitter chats because a Twitter chat is a way to connect with like-minded people. And this is a great way to go find your community, your tribe, your people, and have conversations with them. So have you guys done a Twitter chat? Have y'all ever gone into that?
I know, Rob, you could definitely answer that one, mate. But as far as I know, I don't think so. But I might be wrong here, Rob.
No, we haven't. I've been invited to some Twitter chats for like different. There's one that's
I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah, but I've never participated in it. Like, how does that work? Just sort of like, is it just like a hashtag that you follow and then you kind of just chime in?
Yeah, it all revolves around a hashtag. So I'll use mine as an example with Twitter Smarter, which we just had today. It's every Thursday at 1:00 Eastern, 10:00 Pacific. So what we do is we have a conversation and we'll have a topic, and there's usually a guest, and that's a very typical way a Twitter chat works. It's usually weekly at the same day and time. All revolves around the hashtag. So with Twitter Smarter, so Twitter Smarter, one word, so pound Twitter Smarter, if you type that into Twitter, into the search, you're going to see a bunch of tweets from just a few hours ago. And that was our conversation that we were having today. We had a guest, and it was very meta. We had a Twitter chat talking about Twitter chats. So actually, if you want to learn about Twitter chats, that's what we were talking about today. It was a really great topic. And so with it revolving around the hashtag, what happens is if you see a Twitter chat going on and you jump into the conversation and if you see one, you should just jump in and just, start conversing with people, because that's the only way it really works. If you just sit on the sidelines and watch, that's great for learning. And I definitely encourage, you can learn a lot from Twitter chats, but no one knows you're there if you're not conversing. So even just saying hi at the beginning and letting people know you're there, but you have to put the hashtag into the tweet. So if you're going to join a Twitter chat, you have to do the hashtag. What will happen if you don't, no one there is going to see your tweet because we're just hyper focused on the hashtag and that's it. So during that 1 hour conversation, if you tweet me at Madalyn Sklar, I'm not going to see it during that 1 hour conversation because I'm only looking at tweets that have the hashtag, including tweets that are directed at me. I'm only looking at the hashtag because that's how you participate in the conversation. And Twitter Smarter is a very popular chat. It moves at lightning speed. So it can be a little challenging to keep up with, even for me, but it's a great way to connect with people, to learn, to share your own thoughts. You know, if you know a lot about a topic, you can jump in and share and get seen as an expert, get seen as an industry leader. There's so many pluses to being part of a Twitter chat. So these are things that I share in my Twitter secret sauce. So if anyone wants to check it out for free, and it is a fun page through my Thinkific site, my course site, madalynsklar.com/secret sauce.
Fantastic. Yeah, no, I see your, I shared that in the comments, Madalyn's course. So really nice, actually, just looking at the page even, is a very nice landing page if you guys want to check that out. And yeah, it's free. So check it out. Lots to learn about Twitter. So let's really talk about how to use Twitter for the online course creators that are watching this on live or in replay.
Okay.
What are a couple things that, you know, someone that's, you know, just starting to use Twitter to drive traffic, you know, grow an audience for their online course that they could do, just, you know, sort of like things that they can actually take and do, you know, today or tomorrow with Twitter?
Yeah, for sure. So you definitely want to put out information about your course or your courses, whatever it is that you've got going on with your course site. And so don't be afraid to tweet about it. A lot of people tell me that they don't want to bother people. They don't want to be too salesy, and it is okay to tweet it out. And what I will do when I have a course that's coming up, I will actually put together a schedule and just start tweeting things out very consistently. I want to have tweets going out at least several times a day, if not more, talking about the course, what they can expect if they sign up. I'll even have videos. I'll make videos. You know, a lot of times people say that they don't realize that they could utilize video in their tweets, and video is a great way to share what it's all about. Like, you know, one thing I like to do when someone signs up for my course, once they're signed in as a student, I actually show them I make a video showing them the Thinkific course site so they can see and know what to expect. Like, you know, here's some instructions. So you could take some videos that you already share for your students and maybe make a few little snippets, few cuts, and have like maybe a 10-second or 30-second of like, here's what to expect when you sign up. You can put together things like this into a tweet. You can actually have up to 2 minutes and 20 seconds for a video in a tweet, which, you know, you can actually say a lot in that period of time. But I like to keep them short and very succinct and to the point. So what I will do is I will tweet these out regularly. I will also do testimonials from students in the courses. So I'm very big on asking for testimonials. One of the things I love about you guys at Thinkific is you make it very easy for someone to review the course site. Mm-hmm. And so I will take those reviews. I will also ask the students for a testimonial, and even ask for video testimonials, because hey, what's better than a video of a student saying great things about you and your course? So I like to put these things onto Twitter. So I will collect all these testimonials and I will go schedule out tweets. I'll put it together and I'll use one of the tools that I love using is called Social Jukebox. So socialjukebox.com. So what I will do when I have a new course coming out, I will go put a whole bunch of tweets in there and put them on a schedule, and they'll just run on autopilot. And this works out really well because it frees up a lot of my time so I can focus on talking to people in Twitter. So I let this do the promotions, and that will kind of cast that wide net, let people know what I'm doing, wrangle them in, and then I can spend my time conversing with people that connected on those tweets. So I will spend time doing that, and it is worth the time because Twitter is a great platform for connecting with people that are interested in courses. So yeah, that works out really well. And so I have some examples if people want to go see some of the tweets that I've done. I have a course I did recently through Thinkific. It was a mastermind training program. And if you go to, I'm going to give out two links that you can check this out real easily. If you go to madalynsklar.com/tweet, that will take you to a specific tweet that I want to share real quick. It's a video that I put together. It's a simple video talking about this program that I actually have on the landing page for this course.
Okay,
and
no problem.
what,
Yeah, I'll share
what I'm
I'll
doing,
share in the
you see
comments
it?
here.
Okay.
Yep.
So I want to kind of explain a few things with this tweet that I did that helps get it some attention. So number one, so I got the video in there. And I'm going to share a little bit more about that in a moment. But I want to make this tweet really stand out. I want to utilize the 280 characters. I'm using emojis in this because I think emojis are a great way to make a tweet stand out. I've got a link to the course. I've got a couple of hashtags in there. And with the video, if you look under, if you're watching this and you see this video, underneath it, you'll see there's a title and a description, and you can even click on the video and it actually takes you somewhere.
Yeah. Nice.
And what this is a little feature of a very unknown feature that Twitter does not talk about, and it's called Media Studio. If you have Media Studio activated, you're able to have a video just like what you see here with a title, and the title is bolded, so it really stands out in this tweet. Normally when you do a tweet, you don't have that capability, but when you're using Media Studio, you can do the bolded title and have a description and have a link to take them somewhere else. And when you click on this link, I actually take them to the Thinkific course site. So with Media Studio, the way to find out if you already have it, because you may have it and not even realize it, is on a desktop browser only. So if you go on to Twitter on the desktop at twitter.com, go into the pull down menu at the top right-hand corner. It's like a little picture of you in the top right-hand corner. You click on that and look and see if you see Media Studio. It would be right under Analytics. If you do not see it, then the other way to get to it, because it's been very unclear with Twitter, like how they decide who gets this and who doesn't. Because some people tell me they don't have it. So it's a little odd, but what you can do is get to it through Twitter ads. So with Twitter ads, there's a place in there. And if you do not have an ads account, you can set one up real easily. It does not mean you have to run ads. You just need to set up the account. They will ask for a credit card to have on file. I have my credit card on file, but I'm not placing ads right now, so I'm not utilizing that. But when you're in there, there's a section called Creatives. It's a little pull down menu. And in there, you'll see media and you can access it that way. But Media Studio is really powerful because, you know, when you look at this tweet I did, to be able to have a bolded title and description and have a link that will take them from the video when they actually click on the video and take them to wherever you want to send them, whether it's a YouTube video or sending them directly to your website or your Thinkific course site, that's pretty powerful. So yeah, that's pretty great feature, I think.
That's
Another thing you can do as well, if you want to see some of my other tweets, if you also go to madalynsklar.com/tweet and the number 2, so tweet 2, that's going to take you to a search page on Twitter, and you can just scroll through. And these are just tweets that I've done. I did back in October, and you can just see a variety of tweets I did to promote this particular course. You'll just see some very promotional type tweets. You'll see some testimonials. You'll see some of these videos, just like the one in the previous tweet we were talking about. So you'll just see a nice variety of tweets to give you ideas of things that you can do to promote your courses.
Yeah, it definitely sticks out that the bolded header and the name and like you said, you know, the emoji really does pop out if you're scrolling through, like, you know, other. So if you're like someone who's just maybe like interested in just flicking through Twitter and they see that, they're instantly going to start. I think so anyway.
Exactly.
No, it's great. A lot of little tips here. Media Studio, the ads, like all these things, and these are great. These little shortcuts that you created with madalynsklar.com/tweet2 and tweet. So I've shared all of those in the comments on both YouTube and Facebook. If you guys have any questions, you're watching us live, ask us all of your questions. We have Madalyn here, so she can answer them for you. Real expert on Twitter. So we've got a question here from Marlene Foster from our YouTube Live. I think she's wondering, what's the age range, or so I guess what's the sort of like demographic on Twitter? Let me know, Marlene, if that's your question. I'm just trying to kind of decipher it here. But yeah, so I think she's trying to understand who is the audience, who's the majority of the user base on Twitter.
Is very diverse. You know, it is all ages, all different types of demographics. You know, I wouldn't say that there's one that's more prevalent than the other. I mean, we do know that the very younger generations are spending more time on Instagram and Snapchat versus Twitter, but Twitter is large and it does cover, you know, all demographics. So I think that you can pretty much reach whoever it is you want to reach. Now, if you utilize Twitter ads, just like with Facebook ads, you can go in and choose your demographics and really hone in on very specific groups, and it works really well for that.
And how would you use that? Let's say, is there like a use case that where you have ever used a Twitter ad to generate either a lead or a sale for your online course? Is there like almost like a funnel or a customer journey or flywheel that you've set up?
Yeah, I mean, Twitter ads, it is very similar with how you would do this on Facebook. I mean, you can pretty much follow however your strategy is on Facebook. I mean, Twitter ads are not as widely embraced like the way we embrace Facebook ads. So it does allow you a little bit more leverage because you're not going to necessarily be paying as much like you would with Facebook, and Facebook can get very expensive this time of year with the holidays. So Twitter can be a nice alternative, but Twitter ads is one of those things where you just really have to experiment and see what works for you, because I've heard so many different stories from people, like, you know, they went down one path that didn't work, so they adjusted and tried something else and found that to work better, and then I'll try to duplicate that for me and it'll be totally different. So, you know, it really is just one of those things where, you know, put a little bit of money into a little bit of a budget and experiment and see if you can get some mileage out of it.
Is there almost like a minimum budget that you would recommend? Someone who's like who's just watched this and is like, okay, I'm going to give this a shot. How much should they put down potentially as like as a test?
I mean, you know, you can just start with a very small amount, like $5 a day, and just to get it going and to see how it works for you and if you even like using it. You know, but just like with Facebook or any other ads platform, the more you put in, the more you can potentially get out of it. So you can definitely start small and work your way up. I really focus my efforts on organic reach and not so much through paid advertising. I've always done well with organic, and I just prefer that method. You know, spending the time and money that route instead of the ads. Now, I will say Twitter does have an ads program for $99 a month. It is called, they have a name for it. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I think it's called Twitter, Promote. Twitter Promote. And you can also check in that pull down menu, and you might already have it set up, is called Promote Mode in the pull down menu. But you can basically pay $99 a month, and Twitter will automatically tweet out I'm sorry, the tweets okay, it's a little odd the way they do this though. So they will take randomly, and I don't like this part. They randomly will take 10, I think it's 10 tweets a day from you. So just, you're tweeting and you're putting your content out there. They'll randomly take tweets and they will push it out to more people and basically do the equivalent of you doing an advertising campaign. But with an advertising campaign, you can really choose your demographics. You can be very specific. This is not like that. This is very general. So if you're just looking to get more people seeing your tweets, you just want it to open up to more people, this can be a good strategy if you're willing to spend $100 a month. What I personally prefer, because I've done this and I didn't think it was really worth $100 a month. I feel like you're better off spending the $100 on a very honed in, you choose the demographics, you choose the tweets. That's the part I really did not like. Now, if they would let you choose the tweets each day, I would be all over that. Because then I could say, okay, let's make sure every day I have 2 or 3 tweets promoting my Thinkific courses and make sure that this is part of it. But because it's random, I'm a heavy Twitter user. So I have lots of tweets, all different kinds of tweets. And I tweet out articles that I read that I know my community would like to read. I don't want dollars put behind that. I want dollars put behind something like my online courses. So, if someone is wanting to get into Twitter advertising and they want to give this feature a try, I say go for it, give it a try, maybe try that for 1 month and then spend the next month being very specific with your tweets, with your demographics, and then compare and see. Some people say they like this $99 feature. So it's just one of those things where you have to experiment and see.
That's cool. That's very good. Really quick question about, just with the nature of Twitter, like being really quick, how often would you suggest somebody posting organically? Or if they're scheduling posts kind of thing, how many should they be scheduling, each day? Is there like sort of a, just a number to start with, I guess?
If you're just starting, I always recommend at least 5 times a day. So you could just schedule out, like if you're like me and you like to share articles and information, you want to be seen as a resource, find 5 really good articles each day, schedule them out. I use Buffer for that, and, pick good times throughout the day and into the evening as well. That way you get all different time zones, and give that a try and see how that goes. And you can always increase it and do more. So that's always a good strategy, to start off with 5 and work your way up. Sounds good.
Sorry, Patty, I think you had a question there and I kind of jumped in.
No, that's okay. I was sort of thinking about, because there's a lot of, with Facebook and Instagram, there's a lot of like things you can and can't do in terms of advertising. Sorry to go back to advertising, but it's something to think about. Is there any like best practices or things that you shouldn't do in regards to Twitter advertising?
Well, when it comes to Twitter advertising, you don't want to be spammy. You don't want to do the sleazy salesperson thing, because it just doesn't work well. So you want to have really good tweets that really are effective with what you're trying to do. And what I would recommend first, before you go the advertising route, is just get some of these tweets out there and see which ones resonate with people. So I would take like your best performing tweets and then advertise with those. And earlier this year, Twitter made this big deal about not duplicating tweets. And a lot of people got really up in arms over this and was like, okay, so I cannot ever put out a tweet that I've already put out before. And that's actually not true. So you can duplicate tweets. You just don't duplicate them every day. Don't do a tweet today and do the same tweet tomorrow. Yeah. So you got to have some time in between. So when I mentioned earlier about how I use Social Jukebox to promote my Thinkific courses, I will put in about 10 or 20 tweets in there and I will run it on a schedule, but they're not going to duplicate for, maybe 5 days before one would duplicate again. And so that's okay to do. And that's actually a really good strategy. So then you could try something like that first, check your analytics and see which tweets are performing best, then take those tweets and then do some advertising with those tweets.
That's a really good strategy, and I think that's pretty accessible for certainly for a lot of people who are just probably starting out and brand new. I wonder though, what's obviously with the larger amount of characters that you could use with a tweet, is there, what are like the absolute like best hacks or the best things that you can do to ensure like the maximum message within that tweet? Is there any good tips for our audience and for people that are creating courses or maybe starting out?
You know, video is just such a great way to go. And I know a lot of people say, well, I don't want to be on camera. That's actually those tweet examples I had y'all look at. That particular course is to help women break through their fears and build confidence on making videos on social media, and especially on Twitter, because when you're doing video on Twitter, people get to know, like, and trust you much easier. And that's what it's all about. If you want to get people to come take your courses or sign up for your lead magnets, you got to get them to know, like, and trust you. And video is such a great way to do this. And one of the things that I do that works so well is I do video replies. So when people tweet me, and I can't do this for every tweet because it would take too long, but I will go through my notifications and see, you know, who's sending me a tweet. And I will try to spend as much time as I can replying to them with a video, because it's a personalized video for them. It's memorable. I've had so many people saying to me, they remembered that first time they connected with me and they got a personal video from me of me talking to them, like thanking them for whatever, whatever it is. And it's memorable. And it really deepens that bond and that relationship, and they're going to be more inclined to listen to you when you're talking about your courses. They'll be more inclined to tell their friends. They'll be more inclined to sign up themselves. So you have to do it with a mobile device. You can do it on the Twitter mobile app with your phone, and it's very easy to do. And I would love for everybody to try this out. Just go through your Twitter notifications, find a tweet in there. Or they could tweet you guys. They could actually tweet all of us with our Twitter handles and tag us, and just make just hold their phone pointed at them, the camera selfie style, and just say something about tuning into this and what they got out of it. And we're going to get this personal video. We're going to see them. We're going to see what they're like. And it's like, wow, this is pretty cool and it's memorable. So something as simple as that goes such a long way. And that applies to all social media, but it works really great on Twitter. And not that many people are doing this on Twitter. So if you get in the habit of incorporating video into your marketing strategy, you're going to be amazed at the results you get.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Sorry, Rob, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that's actually a really good sort of like call out. Like, hey, just like if you guys want to just test it out, go on Twitter, do a quick video, just say, hey, what's up, Rob, Patty, Madalyn, and then tag Madalyn and Thinkific. And what do you say, guys? We'll reply by video as well.
Yeah.
Totally. It's so easy to do. And it could just be a quick hi. It doesn't have to be long. Just a quick like, hey guys, that's it.
I think that's
what? Like I'm also in total agreement. Like the power of video for social media, for outreach and affiliates. Rob does this really, really well. If we find like a partner that perhaps we want to work with, who's not on Thinkific, and we want to bring them over, Rob will just, so it's so casual. It's just like, hey, obviously he's a friendly guy, so when you get a message from Rob, you're always going to have a smile on your face. But he's just like, hey, Rob, I'd just love to just either grab a coffee or virtual coffee or see what we can do to help you. Like it's so much more authentic than that, tried and tested email blast 1 through to 5 days. Hey, are you still interested? Press 1 for yes, press 2 for no. Like it's that I think is going like the way of the dinosaurs as well. I think it's all going to be very quick messaging, very, very quick, almost like instant video messaging for like everyone really, really soon. And so actually I used on our Facebook group yesterday, we had a customer who had some I think they had some trouble with like getting like the slides and stuff sorted. And when you do like that video customer service message, it's like, hey, it's Paddy, I'm going to show you how to just click here, do it. Makes a total difference. So yeah, you're right, Madalyn. It makes the video element can really apply in like all areas and build, like I said, build that trust.
Yeah,
absolutely.
No, it's great. Yeah, we're getting some really good comments here. I think that really resonated with the people on YouTube and Facebook. Tim saying that makes a whole lot of sense. Marlene saying, wow, I will try videos on Twitter. Carol on there says, Twitter has not been my jam, but this has been really great information. And Marlene saying, again, that's just as remarkable. Personal thank you notes. That's great. So I think there was a question here as well on Facebook. I'm just trying to load it up here. Yeah, no, actually, no, it's just a comment. Natalie saying, great strategy about determining which tweets are performing well and then reposting them. So yeah, this has all been really good. Yeah, let me just, you guys, let me just check and see if there's anything that we missed in the Facebook group. I don't want to.
One thing I'll mention while you're doing that.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're like, how did Madalyn do that? MadalynSklar.com/tweet and
how did you do that?
So it's a WordPress plugin that I absolutely love. Is like the best thing ever. It's called Pretty Link Lite or Pretty Links Lite.
Oh, yeah.
And it is a WordPress plugin that allows you to have your .com, so you can put like, for me, MadalynSklar.com/ and I can put anything I want. So I came up with just tweet, and then it'll redirect to wherever it is you want to redirect it to, any URL. So I went and grabbed, right before we started this, when Rob and I were just chatting for a moment before we went live, I went and grabbed that real quick and grabbed those 2 links on Twitter. So it would make it very easy to just tell y'all, hey, if you go to MadalynSklar.com/tweet, you can see this example I want you to take a quick look at. So yeah, super cool. And then also the way the second link took you to where you can see a whole bunch of these tweets, and that was through a search I did. And Twitter has another little known features. There's so many little known features. I could write a book about it. I probably should. Yeah. So you want to bookmark this. They have advanced search where you can do so much more than just the search bar at the top. So the link is twitter.com/search and then a hyphen, the little dash, advanced. ED on the end. So twitter.com/search-advanced. And so this is a great way to be able to do so much more with a search. And so when I wanted y'all to see all those tweets promoting my course, I just typed in a keyword, which was mastermind, because all those, the course is called is my Video Rockstar Mastermind program. And so I know the word mastermind is in all those tweets. And then there's a part down at the bottom that says from these accounts, and I put at Madalyn Sklar. So it's going to search for mastermind from me. So any tweets where I say mastermind. And I knew that if I type that, it's going to only be tweets related to this course. So that was just a simple little trick to be able to easily grab that for y'all. So you can play around with the advanced search on Twitter and you can find all kinds of things.
That's awesome. Definitely bookmarking that for sure.
Because like you may go, I had this tweet from Rob like a month ago and I can't find it. You could go in there and do, from Rob to you. You just got to put the Twitter handles and it'll go and show all the tweets the two of you had together, which is really cool.
This is great. This reminds me a lot of the Google advanced query searches that you could do in the bar, but also on the Drive. I don't know if anyone's familiar with Drive. You can do something similar, but it's actually not even near as in depth as this. So yeah, this is amazing. Yeah, I've just done a search from Thinkific and first, number 1 ranked is Rob coming up straight away. So there you go, mate.
No, that's fantastic. Yeah, definitely bookmarking that. You know what? I'm not seeing much more. I think we had, like Madalyn, you'd answered all of these questions that are in the group right now.
Awesome.
So I think we're good. I think that's a good place to end. So if anyone wants to connect with you further and kind of, ask you questions directly, what's the best places to find you?
So my website, MadalynSklar.com, definitely want to go there. You can also hit me up on Twitter at Madalyn Sklar. I have an unusual name, so I can be found anywhere if you type in my name. And these Twitter strategies I'm sharing, I mentioned at the beginning that I do have an online training course. It's my Twitter Smarter Masterclass. I've been teaching it for 6 years, and I teach this strictly through Thinkific, and we just started. So if anyone is interested and would like to sign up, just go to, and this is also a pretty link, redirect, madalynsklar.com/ oh, now let's see, madalynsklar.com/ oh shoot, I think it's Twitter class. Let me check real quick. Make sure I give y'all the right one.
Yeah, no worries.
I think it was Twitter class. Yeah, madalynsklar.com/ Twitter class. Of course, you just go to my Thinkific as well, which is madalynsklar.thinkific.com.
Perfect.
So,
Perfect.
yeah, thank
So
y'all
there
for
you go.
having me so much. Really enjoyed sharing. I love talking about Twitter. I think you can probably tell. And if anyone's going to social media marketing world, I speak there every year about Twitter. And actually, the next time around in March, I'm going to be talking about Twitter video. So I'm going to be going way more deeper into this whole Twitter video thing.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, we'll definitely check you out on that. I'll share all the links to all of your pages and channels in the chats. Also, you have the Twitter Smarter chat that happens regularly as well, and then also a Facebook Live show, correct?
Yeah. So what I do is I have the Twitter Smarter chat every Thursday at 1:00 Eastern, and I do something a little different because that's how I am. After the Twitter chat is over, we transition over to Facebook, to my Facebook page, and we do a live stream just like this. And so what I do is I interview the guest on video for about another 20 minutes or so. So it doesn't end after the 1 hour Twitter chat. We actually continue the conversation, but now we do live stream video.
Fantastic, fantastic. And yeah, that's going to be exciting for you in San Diego, social media marketing world. Yeah, that's something that's on our radar, but I will make it official here.
Awesome.
Awesome. Fantastic. So we will see you guys soon. Thank you so much for joining us, Madalyn. Thank you for your time. Patty, always good.
Yeah, thank you so much. Madalyn, thank you.
Those are great questions. Thank you. Thank you both. Really appreciate it.
All right, guys. Talk to you later.
Thank you. Bye.